Hello everybody! Today on Refashioning with Rachel, I'm going to show you how I drafted an incredibly simple bodice and sleeve pattern using my own clothes. For this project, I used pattern paper, but newspaper or wrapping paper would have worked just as well. I grabbed a shirt that fit me well and drew a mark on it at my waist. I folded it in half, carefully lining up the side seams and pinning them in place. I also pinned around the armholes and the shoulder seams so that everything would stay in place as I moved the shirt around. I placed the shirt on top of the pattern paper, lining up the folds, and traced around the side seams and the shoulder seams, and I folded the sleeves up so that I could trace around the armhole seams. And I folded back the collar so that I could trace around the back neck seam. I made a line perpendicular to the fold at the point where I marked my waist. And because the shirt was a little bit loose on me, I took in 1 inch off the side seam at the waist. I will be using this both as a front and a back bodice piece, because I can easily lower the neck hole to make it appropriate for a front bodice piece. I made a note that no seams are allowed to remind myself to add a seam allowance when I cut this piece out of fabric. Moving on to the sleeve, I lined up the fold of my sleeve with the straight edge of my pattern paper and traced around the sleeve, noting where the cuff was attached to the sleeve. With the sleeve folded back, I carefully drew around the armhole exactly where the seam touched the paper. I neatened up some of those lines and extended the sleeve 2 more inches, which was the length of the cuff on the shirt. I made a note that I did not include seams on the pattern and drew in these arrows that mean I need to line up the pattern piece with a fold in the fabric. And that's it! After cutting it out, I have an incredibly simple pattern that I can use for many projects and tweak in many different ways. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you did, and check out some of my other refashioning videos. And have a beautiful day.